This is my husband, Jared.
This is my wife, Jennie.
This is Cherry Pie Cottage.
Episode 40.
What?
Over the Hill.
No. Over the Hill is 50, not 40. But, welcome. We live in Lubbock, Texas. And, yeah, we're kind of off kilter today because... Laura, we are podcasting. Every time.
Every stinking time.
Laura with the bags. It's okay.
Anyway.
I know she's recording tomorrow, so I'm just going to keep texting her all day. Are you recording? Are you recording? Are you recording? Are you recording? Anyways.
So as she said, we live in Lubbock, Texas. Mm-hmm. The panhandle of Texas where it sticks up. And we're right below
bottom.
that.
No.
Just below.
No, we are right at the bottom of that. He didn't grow up in this area. He don't get a say. He grew up in South Texas. Welcome to all of our new and returning viewers. If you're new, stick around because the silliness just continues. And if you're returning, you know what's coming. Yep. So, just saying. So what's been going on?
A lot, actually.
As I rock my project bag.
Hey, by the way, before we get into that, what you drinking, babe?
Water. What are you drinking?
Water.
Yeah, boring. But
we're basic.
We're being all what's the word?
Silly?
No. Ecological? Because I bought metal straws. Mostly because these are easier to clean than plastic straws.
Plus, you're not allowed to use plastic straws.
No. I don't mind using plastic straws, but I just like metal straws better, basically, because it keeps your hot stuff hot and your cold stuff cold. That's basically it.
Sure.
Yep.
So we had Haley's birthday.
Yes, we did. She got flowers.
Yeah.
Not from her daddy, though.
Nope.
She has a boyfriend, y'all.
Another man in her life. Well, boy in her life.
She has a boyfriend. Officially. And he sent her flowers for her birthday. And she was so excited. And if I've got to ask her permission first. But if she's okay, I'm going to put the picture up right here. So, she was so excited. It's the first time a boy had ever sent her flowers. Her birthday was last Friday. And then Saturday we went to the corn maze with her boyfriend and his family. Mm-hmm. So, fun.
Fun.
Yes, it was. So what else has been going on, dearest?
Nothing really. Nothing. Yeah,
after Knit City, everything else in your life seems kind of boring. Basic.
I don't know about that, but...
Well, the most exciting thing that happened is our daughter turned 17 and got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, we do have a cowl going on. And it's the Sweater Obsessed cowl. Let me put this down because I'm not looking at y'all to talk to you. I'm looking at my knitting. So if y'all would like to participate, you can go into our Ravelry group. And as long as it is a finished adult sweater that you finished during the cowl, not before the cowl started, then it counts. If you use Cherry Pie Cottage a significant amount, then it counts twice. You get to enter your sweater twice. Our sweater cowl ends November 8th. We have lots of prizes. Our grand prize is one of my advent calendars. One of the 24 10-gram advent calendars, y'all. And beaver nuggets go with that one.
Of course.
Well, yeah. I mean...
We can't do a prize or a giveaway without putting in some nugs.
Nope. Sorry, I have a message on Etsy. We'll do it in a minute. But that is really all that's been going on. I have basically spent the last 2 weeks dyeing up yarn for today's update. Today is Saturday, November. It's not November. October 26th, 2019, for those that might be watching this well in advance. I don't know who would. It's still... We are up to 690 friends on YouTube, y'all. What?
690.
Still blows our minds that many people actually, want to watch us.
We're only 300 away from another giveaway.
310. But
well,
yeah.
I'm rounding.
I get that. But yeah, so... Sorry. My cousin's 1-year-old birthday party was today, and we have been up since 7 o'clock this morning because we had to go and drop the kids off for the Harvest Day parade because they were on the float for the church. And yeah, we're kind of off kilter. We're shoving in this recording in between other things we have to do. So sorry if it seems short or rushed or just kind of off. That's why. I probably should have made another cup of coffee. That's what I should have done.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have one once we're done with all this.
Yeah. But let's move on to... And now for something completely different. Hey, babe. What do you get if you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter?
I know the answer, but what, babe?
Pumpkin pie. Do you have any news?
Yeah. Excuse me. I yelled into a colander the other day and it really strained my voice.
So did you hear about that emergency alert that went out here?
No.
There was a bobcat out on the loose. I'm so pleased with myself on that one. Do you have any more news?
You know why people in Athens hate waking up early?
Why?
Because dawn is tough on Greece.
Any other bit?
So we mentioned what's been going on lately, and we said we went to the corn maze, and I gotta tell y'all, I was really uncomfortable in there. Like the whole time in the corn maze, I felt like I was being stalked. It was really eerie.
I know better than trying to drink when we're telling jokes.
That's all I have.
That's all you have?
That's all I have.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So we couldn't wait.
No.
We made coffee.
Yes. So.
I'm using our ginger snap mug that we...
Team snap that.
Team snap that. And it's not as big as I'm used to, so it's rather full right now. But team snap that.
I'm using my original Cozy Up mugs. Cozy Up mug.
Yeah, just one.
And it's fondle my nits. And fondle my nits.
Maybe later.
Honey, children.
What? I don't want to squish on your shawl right this moment. Maybe later I'll fondle your nits.
Because that's totally what you meant. Moving on. Now it's time for
Whip it. Whip it good. What you whipping up, babe?
Christmas nits. But let's start with the
Wouldn't
one.
those be Chris nits?
No. Oh. So let's start with the thing that I finished. Well, finished. The body's finished. But it's in my Wizard of Oz Ginger Snap That large bag. Wireframed one. I love this bag, y'all. I was a little bit sad that I had to put this project down. But it is off the needles because I finished the body of it, y'all. Yay! So I have put it to the side until I get all of my Christmas gift knits done. I just have the band, the collar, the band, and the sleeves. And then this will be done. I would like to have this done before Christmas. But we shall see if that actually happens.
We shall indeed.
Yes. Because I probably won't have my gift knits done before we go down to Jasper, which means that's what I'll be working on the way down there for Thanksgiving.
Just to provide a little bit of context, we're going to Jasper for Thanksgiving to be with my grandparents, or my grandpa.
And your aunt.
And my aunt and her husband.
Yes.
I guess I could say he's my uncle. They've been married since I was like 14. I guess I could say that he's my uncle.
Yeah, because they've been married our entire marriage.
Yes. Longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going?
No. I want to talk about mine. So, I am knitting the Maybe Baby socks. And I'm using crud. Rosehill yarns. And these are yarns that I picked up at Knit City.
I love the way that those swirl.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like striping almost.
Well, it's kind of striping on that side, but then on this side it's like swirling. Mm-hmm. But anyway. So that's what I'm knitting. And the interesting thing is something I realized when I started these is, okay, y'all see the pattern, right? Now this is another pair of Maybe Baby socks that I knit. And apparently I didn't read the pattern right.
I just thought it was because of your tight knitting that it was looking like that.
I know, I don't think it was. I think I just misread the pattern. But that's what my other pair looks like.
Hold it up next to.
So, okay. This side. I mean, this one has very pronounced yarn overs. Or not yarn overs.
Where you slip the... What's it called?
Where you a passover, I
there
guess.
You go.
Where you pass the slip stitch over is very pronounced in this one, whereas this one just looks like wide knit stitches.
Almost brioche.
Yeah.
Like brioche ribbing almost.
Yeah. So, and I think what I did on this one is I did the pattern on every row instead of having a rest row where you just knit purl. So, I don't know how much of the pattern I can really say. Is it a pay for pattern?
Yep.
Okay, then I don't want to say anymore. But
no, it's not. It's a freebie.
Oh, is it a freebie?
That one's a freebie because that was her birthday pattern she put out.
So, I don't know what I did there. But it definitely looks different than these. But I love the way these colors work together. And I can't, for the life of me, remember autumn something or another.
Do you not have your ball band?
Do I ever have my ball band?
You should put them in your bag.
I should, but I didn't.
What bag are you using?
I have it in my Knit for Brains sock knitting bag. The canvas pocket bag.
You want to show it?
Can I take a sip of my coffee first?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, and I got this little nifty little device. It was gifted to me from the Feather Stitches girls.
And I have one too.
So, handy dandy device. Gifted. And this is... Y'all seen this bag. Y'all know this bag. This is nothing new. But that's what I'm whipping. What else you whipping up, babe?
All the Christmas gifts because I'm crazy and decided mid-October was the best time to start working on the Christmas stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah, totes.
Well, in my defense, 2 of them, but I didn't bring the other one because I haven't done enough to really make a difference, but 2 of them I had started earlier. But for Little Man, I made him some Joe's slipper socks, but I made him taller. with rib and all of that because that's what he would prefer. He didn't want the shorties. So that's what I'm doing this time, and they look like little boots, y'all. So, I am using my...
Could it be because of the type of heel that you
possibly, but he loves this heel.
The fish lips?
No, well, it's like a fish chips, but it's also like a heel flapping gusset. So, but it definitely looks like fish lips from the side. But I am using my Lollipop Guild colorway. So, but he loves his other ones, wears them all the time. The problem is that he got them last year, and he's a 12-year-old boy, so he's pretty much outgrown them, but he refuses to stop wearing them. Like, I don't know how he gets them on his feet, but he does. But after I got done with the heel, I stopped doing the patterning, and now I'm just doing stockinette up the leg. So that way he has a little bit more stretch to get it around his leg. So there's that one. Let me put these up. And then, because I'm not going to be able to work on any more knitting now, because I have to use my hands for everything. Then, oh, and this was in my Texas bag from Knit for Brains that she gifted me, that I absolutely love. And if I put projects in that bag, I tend to work on them more. But this is going to be a sweater vest for my little cousin, who is 2. But it's called the Sir Swank by Stephanie Lutvin. I've gotten to the point where I have separated for the armholes, because it's not really sleeves, and you're supposed to put like all of this on scrap yarn. I didn't do that. I'm just working these back and forth. So, hold on, guys. I love Hiya-Hiyas. I hate the cords because the memory on them is ridiculous. But this is what I've got so far. And these will be pockets. So, but I love that it even has like the pointed part right here. This is kind of rolling, but once I put on the button band. So I've never done pockets before, and I've never done a button band. So this is my first time. Pockets were easy. Buttonholes are going to be easy too. So he might have to sew on the buttons for me so they're in the right place.
Probably.
But I can't, okay, there are 2 things that I absolutely cannot do. I cannot iron clothing, and I cannot put on buttons. Even if I pin the button down exactly where it came off, and I go to sew it and it's not in the right spot.
Somehow ends up on the collar.
Oh, it is not that bad. But I am using my fingering sock base in the clouded colorway. So, but he's 2, and where we live, it's not super cold. So I'm knitting him this, and I'm knitting it slightly bigger so he'll be able to wear it for a while. But it's for church to wear with a button down or whatever. So, but that's part of his Christmas. And then his sister, whose party we just went to today because she turns 1 October 30th, I am working on a little dress for her. And this one I am making probably a size or 2 bigger. But she'll be able to wear it for a while. It is the Merity by Tega Hillard. And there's something wrong with our printer when it goes to print black and white. Or even colored recently. I don't know why it's doing this. But anyways. So there's that. Sorry, guys. I don't know you. It's that time of the year where everybody starts getting those calls for, "Hi, it's open enrollment." Sorry, I don't need new insurance or anything like that, so please stop calling me. It's just cold calling people, and it's really irritating. But, oh, there we go. So, this is how far I've gotten. I'm about halfway through because I'm not going to make it as long as the pattern calls for. Because she's short. She's a little bitty. But it'll be a dress, and then as she grows, I'm making it bigger. So that way as she grows, it can turn into like a tank top. Or a tunic or whatever. So she can wear it for a while. That is like blowing out now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So, and this, the yarn is by Miss Babs. And it's on the Kira base, which is a heavy fingering. And it is 560 yards, and it is the Mantis colorway. I bought this yarn probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I have knit it into projects, like 3 or 4 different projects, and frogged it. But then when I found this dress, I thought, oh, this is perfect. It is the pattern for this dress. So, but she can wear, and she's a little redhead, so the green will look good on her. So, the colorway, that dress will be perfect for her to either wear a long sleeve shirt for when it's cooler, or a short sleeves onesie, or just by itself in the summer. So, that was my thinking, at least. But that's all of my current whips. You got anything else?
I do not.
The Cozy Up girls just announced that the yarn requirements for their MCAL that starts mid-December.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, the bag that I had the best in is by Lone Star Arts, and we got it, last year or something like that? But it's a Doctor Who.
I think we got that like 2 years ago.
So, but this is by Lone Star Arts, and it's a drawstring bag. The other one is by the Bobbin Weave, but she doesn't have an Etsy shop or anything. But it was my very first swap partner for the project bag. Swap. But anyways, so I've picked my yarn for the MCAL and my bag. My pattern fell on the floor, and we're too crowded, so I can't pick it up right now. Oh, long arm husband to the rescue. Thank you, babe. I love you. So, I've decided to use my Canada bag by Prairie Dye Studio for the MCAL what?
This land is our land.
You still think that's hilarious?
I do.
Okay, so the yarn I'm using, because it calls for a variegated and a coordinating tonal. So my variegated is by Primrose yarn, and it's called Glamping.
Not a real word.
So, and both of these are MCNs. And then my solid or tonal is by Sweet Sparrow Yarns, and it is Plum Tart. So, those two are the ones that I am using. Aren't they pretty? We have our light set up, so it's kind of blowing out this one color. So, but that is my plan for the MCAL. So I have it all bagged and everything, and as soon as I put the pattern up, I can go buy it. And then I have to wait for them to release all of the clues. Hopefully by then I will be done with all the Christmas knitting. So it'll be this and my Advent stuff. Advent might just be that Advent stripe we bought from not Rose Hill, Cozy Knitter. But that's all I have for whips. So now it's time for
Story time.
Texas story time. This is Texas, y'all. Let's see. We are on tea. And I get to talk about that one. Just saying. And that one. Which one do you want? You want that one? You want that one too?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to talk about... Because Jamie was telling us, I think it was Jamie, was telling us that her son is, like, obsessed with tornadoes. Because she asked us if where we lived there was tornadoes. I said, yeah, we live in Tornado Alley. We live at the bottom of it, but we're still in Tornado Alley. But anyways, more tornadoes are recorded in Texas than in any other state on average. 132 tornadoes touch down on Texas soil every year.
They just had one over in Dallas. Well,
Yep.
I'll talk about that one too.
Really? I was fixing to call that one.
I just noticed that
I did too. I was going to call that one. So you might as well go ahead and do it since we're already talking about it.
All right.
This is something that y'all like. I like it when it's not in the river.
When the Texas summer heat gets so hot that the hens are laying hard-boiled eggs, residents bring their inner tubes to the hill country for a refreshing ride down a lazy river. And that's what's called tubing. And it really is, like...
You get a tube, you get in the river,
it's almost an event. You know, people will...
They have tubes for their coolers, guys.
Oh, yeah.
They will eat lunch just floating in the river.
Yeah. You sit in an inner tube and float down the river.
Yep.
And
some of them have like little tube chutes that companies have built in or the city has built in, but
yeah, mostly it's just you just ride with the current.
Yep.
All right, the next thing is Tex Mex.
Oh, you get to go twice.
Well, then you can go next. Wait, didn't you? You went twice.
No, I only read that one. I didn't read that one.
Oh. Okay, well go ahead then. The next one is not Tex Mex.
No. Let's talk about the Texas two-step. So that's the only kind of dancing that I know how to do. But anyways, take a bit of foxtrot, a splash of waltz, and a toss in the flourishes and spins of swing, and you have the quick, slow dance called the Texas two-step. One of the most popular country dances in the world. Do you know how to two-step?
You know I don't know how to two-step.
I've tried to teach you.
Oh, you have not. You have said, I want to teach you how, and then that's the end of it.
I've tried.
My turn.
Rude.
Alright, now the next one is Tex-Mex. Alright, Tex-Mex is basically a gringo spin on Mexican food. Its history is found in the marriage between traditional Mexican food and the chuck wagon chow of Anglo cattlemen and ranchers who cooked with ingredients that were not commonly used in Mexico at the time, such as beef, wheat flour, yellow cheese, black beans, and even cumin. So, most Mexican restaurants here in Texas are actually just Tex-Mex restaurants.
That's why we can't eat Mexican food anywhere else. Everything else is just bland.
Yeah. I didn't realize cumin was a spice that Mexicans didn't use. Interesting.
Yep. But some good cheese enchiladas, y'all. Or fajita taco salad in the fried tortilla shell. Fajitas.
Didn't you just end up with warm lettuce?
Fajitas.
Well, yeah, fajitas, obviously.
And what's the other thing? The fried burrito.
Chimichanga?
Chimichanga. Oh. Yum. And I know that was a really weird noise and I was going to say something. So, in case y'all don't know, I am part Scottish. I mean, like an eighth. But my great-grandpa immigrated to America from Scotland.
Her left foot cries out for freedom.
Oh, shut up. It is more than that. He's rude. So, did y'all know Tartan, which is the Scottish, like...
Scottish plaid.
Or, you know, like their kilts and stuff.
And each one is different per clan.
Right. A plaid pattern of alternating colors, the Texas Bluebonnet Tartan is the official state tartan of Texas, officially registered with the Scottish Tartan Society Museum in Scotland, guys. So, the Scottish Society of Texas represents some 50 Scottish Highland clans in Texas, all of whom can now celebrate their Texas heritage with this special tartan. And I do believe that the clan that my family came from was Blake, but by the time they immigrated here, the clan system had been disbanded. So, but I believe it was Blake. And I am related to William Blake, the poet, too. Just, some tidbits about Texas and some tidbits about me.
All right. So the last one for today is the 10-gallon hat.
Were you giggling because of the way I said mate?
Yes. Conventionally thought to refer to a cowboy hat so gigantic that it could hold 10 gallons of liquid, this saying actually finds its roots in the traditions of Mexican vaqueros. Galons were braided hat bands, and the vaqueros wore on their sombreros. A 10-gallon sombrero was big enough to support 10 hat bands. Any way you look at it, we're talking about a really big hat.
FYI, on cowboy hats, there is a front and a back. And if you wear it with the back and the forward, it does not look right.
Yeah.
You look dumb. And you do have to get them shaped. That's the other thing.
Oh, I get that one next time.
So, but I don't own a cowboy hat, and he doesn't own a cowboy hat. We just know about these things.
I used to have one.
Yes, but it was too small for your head, and it didn't look right. He didn't look good in that cowboy hat. Because he didn't get one big enough for his big old melon.
They don't make one big enough.
They do. It just costs more because you have to get it specially fitted. So that is it for story time. And now it's time for
Shop News.
We're supposed to say it together. Try it again.
We did say it together.
No, you started to say it before me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Now it's time for
Shop News.
See, that's the way it works.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
That is all going to be left in, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So he's going to go first because he has way less than I do.
I do have way less. My shop.
A whole bag full.
My shop, and I'm going to say the name of my shop before I start talking about it. And I'm going to say the name of my shop right now, which the name of my shop is Goblin King Designs on Etsy. So,
hopefully I can time that right where it's...
the only real announcement I have is that I just changed my shop over to offer free shipping on $35 or more. Most of my pins are $30 or $25, but I'm going to start putting in some smaller things like buttons and darning needles and smaller things to get people to $35, so that way...
I'm gonna go get those buttons you made me.
That way they don't have to buy 2 pins in order to hit that $35 mark. And all of my buttons are guaranteed to be the best buttons that you've ever had in your whole entire life.
Are you saying this to kill time?
Yes, basically. So these are a few buttons that I made. Well, really, God made them. I just kind of repurposed them. Ooh, those. Oh, there we go. Ah, battery exhausted.
I thought you had it plugged in.
No, you told me it was a full battery. Okay. So these are some of the buttons that I've made. That is Whitetail deer antler. And I've got this set of 3 right here that will probably be going in the shop here pretty soon. What's interesting, I think at least, so that's one side of it. And then that's the other side. So you can definitely tell not only a texture difference, but a color difference on the same piece of antler, just from one side to the other. I think it's awesome. Mm-hmm. So these are going to go in the shop. And like I said, I'm going to try to have some small things in there that'll get people to $35 easier than having to pay $60. Excuse me, for 2 pins. So go check it out. Again, Goblin King Designs on Etsy. If you can't find it, just go to my Instagram, and the link is there on my Instagram page. What's going on in your shop, babe?
My shop's Cherry Pie Cottage. Hence the reason why the podcast name is Cherry Pie Cottage. That was dumb, but I'm going to do it anyways.
That was.
So, I have released all of my Christmas colorways for 2019 into my shop. They are all up as dyed to order, and you can get them on all 6 of my bases. Now, what are my bases, you ask? Well, I have fingering sock and DK sock. I have fingering, which are 75-25 superwash merino and 25% nylon. Then I have fingering 100 and DK 100, which are both 100% superwash merino. And then I also have my 2 newest bases. No, ma'am. Go lay down. My 2 newest bases, which are... I was talking to the dog, by the way, not one of our children.
Or viewers, for that matter.
Yeah. My 2 newest bases are fingering tweed and DK tweed, and those are 85% superwash merino and 15% nips. So they are not like they're polyamide nips. They're not actual Donegal, because to get actual Donegal costs an arm and a leg, because you can only get it in Ireland.
And we'd have to fly to Ireland and...
Yeah. So this way you still get the look and feel of tweed without the cost of it. So it's not like actual Donegal yarn. But I just want to be upfront and honest. But anyways, Sugar Plum, and it is blowing that out. Sugar Plum has been in the shop for a while. It's been in the shop for about 2 weeks. So this is Sugar Plum. Then one of the newer ones is Snow Flurry. Does that look right, or does it look like it's blowing out a little bit?
It's blowing out. There you go. Right there. That's the sweet spot.
So this is Snow Flurries. And then this one is probably my favorite. This one is Candy Canes and Hot Cocoa. So, and all of these are in the shop right now as dyed to order. So those are the 3 Christmas colorways. Oh, that one's blown out. Let's maybe do it like that. There we go. So, and the bases that these ones right here are dyed up on are fingering sock. The other thing that is in the shop now until November 8th is the November Texas Wildflower. So this month's is the Pink Evening Primrose. Ooh. Maybe I should just... there we go. Pink Evening Primrose. That is really still bad. I'll pop in a picture here. But yeah. So that one is... You can get it on any of my bases. And those orders are only up until November 8th. So, now let's move on to the other thing that is dyed to order now, because this particular colorway sold out in 5 minutes. This is Knitting in the Lounge. There, that's better. So, Knitting in the Lounge. This was inspired by our trip to Knit City. And basically, this is me on a skein on how I felt that entire weekend. One of my very favorite part of the entire weekend was knitting in the lounge with everybody. Just chatting and giggling and knitting. And eating, because we brought beaver nuggets and Dove. They did more eating than we did, but that was the point, though. That's why we brought them. So this is just a very highly variegated skein of yarn. Well, highly speckled. Let me see. So, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there are speckles hidden all in this. So it is pinks and purples and blues and greens. It's just bright, happy colors. So there's that one. This sold out, so I've put up pre-orders for it. So that way those that missed it in the shop update this morning can still be able to get it. The other new colorway that I put up on Fingering Sock is Private Time with My Knitting.
I thought it was Private Time with My Yarn.
Private Time with My Yarn, correct. Private Time with My Yarn. This is inspired by Yukon Viv. The very first day that she came back from Knit City, I mean, she had a bag full. And she was talking about her yarn, and somebody jokingly said, she needs to go and have some private, do you need to have some private time with your yarn? So, and she has silver hair with purple in it, and I just thought that that quote needed to be in the form of a skein. So, there is only one of these left as of right now. By the time this goes up, they might not be. If the last one sells, these will go up as pre-orders too. So, the only other thing that I dyed up on Fingering Sock is Dusk. So if you watch Cozy Up, this was the colorway that Katie used in her balaclava. So this is Dusk. The next base we're going to talk about is Fingering 100. So I still had quite a bit of that. So there's still some other colorways. But I dyed up Fingering 100 on My Caramel Romance. And it just amazes me how this base takes the color so much lighter than other ones.
It's a lot lighter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but it does. So, My Caramel Romance, and then I also dyed up Tiltastic on Fingering 100. So, I think that these two would be fantastic in something together. Then the very last fingering weight that I dyed up this week was my Fingering Tweed. And surprise, surprise, I dyed up My Caramel Romance on the Fingering Tweed. I dyed up Teal-tastic on the Fingering Tweed. I dyed up Dusk on Fingering Tweed. And I dyed up Purple on Fingering Tweed. We also have Mustard, which, by the way, Mustard looks fantastic with Teal-tastic.
And Emu Eggs.
Yes. Emu Eggs. That is not Emu Eggs. That is
that's
Teal-tastic.
another Teal-tastic.
This one. No, that's Dusk.
Dusk. Have you pulled an Emu?
No.
There's one right there.
Duh. And I dyed it up on Emu Eggs too. So, it would also look great with Purple. So, but as I was dyeing these and they were hanging up to dry, I realized that I kind of made a 3-color fade.
A little bit.
And you could even add in Purple on this end, and boom, you've got your 4-color fade for a faded cardi.
Mm-hmm.
So, then the next base is DK100. That one, My Caramel Romance, because this one seemed to be one of the most popular at Knit City along with Teal-tastic. I also dyed up Teal-tastic. I did I not dye? I didn't dye up Emu Eggs on this one. But Dusk and Purple. So the very last one we're going to talk about is DK Tweed. So I dyed up some more My Caramel Romance. And I dyed it up in mustard. And then I didn't dye up any more purple because when I was doing this, I still had some in the shop. And then somebody went and bought all of them, so I don't have any in the shop right now. But we have Emu Eggs, which I love Emu Eggs on the DK Tweed. Like, I need a sweater out of that. And that is like true to color, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is still looking a little more blue on the TV.
Better.
Yeah.
So, and Teal-tastic. And I also dyed up Dusk. Which, Dusk on this base showed up like different. This is DK Tweed and this is DK 100. So, but again, I kind of made a fade. But yeah, so that was a very big, gigantic update. This will probably be the very last big update I have until after Christmas. Simply because we're getting into the holidays and we're not home a lot, basically. And when we are home, we're getting ready for other things. We're getting into our busy time of the year.
Springtime.
Yeah.
Like late winter into spring.
We're busy all
we are very busy.
the time. And it's not his job or my job or anything like that. It's just like late winter is all about family stuff. And then the spring is all about the kids' LTC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coaches this year. Like, on our own, not helping coaches.
Yeah. Like we're doing the older kids' puppets.
Yeah. So, and I'll be helping out with Scrapbook too, because we're getting a new coach for Scrapbook because our other one retired. But yeah. So I will be doing, small restocks and might be some new colors and stuff, but this will be the last big update. Most of these, on each base, there's 3 of each colorway. There's a few of them that are only 2. So if you saw something you would like and you wanted the fade or, like a sweater's quantity, whatever, go for it. Go grab it now. If not, you can always place a custom order. I'm open year round for custom orders. Just FYI. So if you saw a colorway you liked and you wanted a sweater's quantity, message me on Etsy. I will get you set up with your custom listing. So, and I'm usually pretty good about getting them out within about 4 weeks or less. Usually way less. But sometimes it takes longer because I have to order the yarn or sometimes it just takes longer. So I try to get them done fairly quickly, but I also homeschool the kids, and depending on the day, homeschool might take longer depending on how math goes. So with little man. Haley pretty much is on her own because she does private school online. But Michael, we still are very hands-on. And probably will be till he graduates high school. So school is not his favorite thing to do at all.
It's not even like in his top 10 favorite things to do.
No, it's like in the top 10 of least favorite things.
Yeah.
But that is all I have for our shop. So we have...
Bear with.
Sorry. It was a message on Etsy from one of my customers. So I always like to try and respond to those like immediately if I can. Sometimes I might be in the middle of something and not able to. But I always try to like immediately. But yeah, even if you just have questions and don't want to place an order, I will message me on Etsy and I'll get back to you. So I took down all of the DK sock dyed to order ones because they were all summer colorways that I don't do anymore right now. Not until next summer. Some of them I need to revamp a little bit. So, but you can still get DK sock on all of my other dyed to orders, like the Christmas colorways. And the fall and Halloween colorways will be coming down. Well, the Halloween colorways will be coming down October 31st. All of those dyed to order. I will leave falling leaves up until after Thanksgiving, even though it goes against every fiber in my body because November 1st to December 25th is Christmas in my mind. So everything should be Christmas and not fall. But I know there's a lot of people that don't feel that way, including my husband. Even though he lives in the winter wonderland for the 2 months anyway. So, I will leave the falling leaves up, but Ghoulish Goblins and Trick or Treat will be coming down. I have 2 super sock left.
Tooper?
Jennie talks. Take 2. I have 2 super sock sets of Ghoulish Goblins and Kinda Limey left in the shop. Grab them because I am not restocking those. Trick or Treat and Orangey Glad already sold out. So those are done until next year. And I will be taking down the super sock set for My Caramel Romance. I'll be taking that down soon, or for Falling Leaves and My Caramel Romance. That'll be coming down probably today. But you can still get, like, I just dyed up a ton of My Caramel Romance on all the different bases. On all 5, no, not on fingering sock. But if you want it on fingering sock or DK sock, you can message me and I will put up a custom listing for you. I am all about if you see something, or if you don't see something in the shop or the right amount, I will, if I can, I will do it for you. Some colorways I won't, like Punk Rainbow. And, yeah, Punk Rainbow I won't right now. I need to completely revamp that one because it's kind of a pain in the rear because you have to rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse because of the dye technique. I want to revamp it where you still have the vibrant colors, but the color, it doesn't take me forever to rinse it. So I've got to work on that recipe before I will dye that again. But that is it. Do you have anything? What?
A little ghost just went across the screen, like going this way. It's weird.
Okay. Probably dust from the fan.
Probably.
I need him to dust my fan because I can't reach him. He says I could if I got the stool, but I'm too afraid to try the stool because the last time I did that, I almost fell off the stool. So, I like him to do it because he can reach it better and not fall because he could stay flat-footed and do it. But that's just me. But anyways, Christmas colors and the fall and Halloween colors are all dyed to order right now. Halloween comes down October 31st. Still have Halloween bags in the shop. Christmas bags are still in the shop. There's still some mermaid bags in the shop. What else? There's one large flamingo bag left. And then the wildflower. The wildflower comes down November 8th, so go grab it if you want it. And that is the Pink Evening Primrose. An interesting fact about that flower is up here in our area in West Texas, it only blooms in the morning and then it closes back up. But the rest of Texas, the bloom stays open all day. So, but I think
Fun fact.
Yes, but I think that's all we have because I think I've blabbered on for too long about stuff in my shop. But I get really excited because I like doing things that make my customers happy and all of that. So, but y'all buy the Emu Eggs and the Teal-tastic so I don't steal it out of the shop. Oh, I love those two. That would be really cool, like, to do in a sweater and stripe them like big chunky sweaters, big chunky stripes, like this, like that thick, because they meld together so much it's not going to be like in your face stripes. Oh, Haley needs that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, our daughter would love that. These are some of her favorite colors along with dusk. Oh, you could even do... Oh, okay. I'm done. Now it's time for the tail end.
Y'all please go buy the yarn. Please. Not so we make money, but so we don't lose it.
Hey, that was perfect timing.
Thank you, whoever you are.
One big Bryce. Thank you. Oh my, okay. Yeah. I've gotten a lot. I'm pretty good about not stealing yarn out of the shop. However, when I came back from Knit City and I still had some of the DK tweed, I did pull it for Haley's Soldotna. It's only 4 skeins. But yeah. She has switched out her variegated though. She wants me to do the snow flurries for the variegated color for the color work.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one that she picked for the variegated is going to be too much going on in the skein for color work. So we're going to do snow flurries instead. Because she didn't want just another plain color. She wanted a little bit. But go to our Ravelry group. It's Cherry Pie Cottage. Go in and say, hey y'all. Or go in and enter your sweater for all the awesome prizes we have. We also have a Facebook group. If you don't do Ravelry, go join it. I'm trying to get better about remembering to post in there. I'm not so great about it because I'm not on Facebook very often. I'm thinking about giving that group over to him and let him managing it because you're on Facebook way more than I am.
That's probably true.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be better if you were managing.
You're on Insta way more than I am.
Yeah.
So
he might be taking over the Cherry Pie Cottage group on Facebook. I wish that we could make both of us.
There's a way to make both of us administrators for that.
I've already looked at it. We might have to do it like actually on a computer.
Maybe.
So, but yeah, if we could figure out how to make both of us administrators, then I'll add him. If not, then he'll be the main one. Because he's on there way more than I am, and he'll remember to post on there better than I will. Hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe we should continue like this.
Maybe I just let you know when something's on there that you need to respond to or post about.
I go and check it daily, but my problem is that I don't post as much. You post more on Facebook. I post a ton on Instagram. So the Facebook group is more of to talk to us and not for announcements and stuff. Announcements that will work a lot better. Announcements will still be through Instagram and our YouTube. Facebook is to talk to one another and just do fun. It's going to be like the Ravelry group, but on Facebook.
Yeah.
So.
Here on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button to like and share the video. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family. And we love seeing that when our friends number goes up. Y'all aren't subscribers, you're friends. So we love seeing that number go up.
Makes us sound vain when you say that.
It does, but
we still get like a happy dance.
We're not trying to get rich off of YouTube by any means. We're not even trying to make money off of YouTube. No. We simply started the YouTube so that way we could get her shop more FaceTime, I guess, with people.
And just tell everybody what we're doing.
And yeah. So we love seeing the number go up because it means that what we're doing is worth it.
Well, really, my main goal is to get to 1,000 so we can start doing YouTube lives on the phones again.
That'd be nice.
We'd be able to do YouTube lives more.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier. But that's our main goal.
Yep. So like and subscribe, like and share the video.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah. God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.